Adam here, and welcome back to another episode of the Guide of All Trades channel. Today, we're going to be redoing the shed some inside. We're putting up a set of shelves, actually two sets of shelves. We should increase our space in here by a ton. It's pretty full of junk. You can see I've already got some stuff out, maybe. But we're going to empty this thing out, and then we're going to build some new shelves. I'll show you kind of how I did it, or how I'm going to do it. So I just kind of came up with the plan. But y'all stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so let me just kind of show you what I'm dealing with here. Pretty basic shed, pretty nice actually. It was here when I bought the place. Kind of tall, ceiling will go way up there. Not a whole lot of insulation in here. Well, by that I mean none. So it's kind of exposed a little bit as far as that goes, but it's dry. I moved some stuff. I still got stuff I got to clear out, push back from the walls. I'm going to put shelves across that back wall and this side wall here. And they're going to be 2 foot deep by 8 feet long. What I did was I went to Lowe's and I had them rip 2 sheets of plywood right down the middle. So I'm going to have 4 shelves that are 2 foot deep and 8 feet long. And you'll see how I did it. I spent $120 on materials, and that includes a drill extension that I kind of probably didn't need. But I bought a box of screws. I bought all the wood for it that I think I'll need. I don't see a whole lot of extra, but it went pretty good. I think they ripped the sheet of plywood pretty well. So all I gotta do is make some cuts on 2x4s, which I think most people could do. Even with a handsaw, you could do it. I am gonna be attaching it to the back wall, to the side wall, to the studs. It's all rough timber, I'm sure you can see. So I believe that's probably 2x4. When 2x4s you buy in the store normally are a little bit smaller, so they're also more finished. As you can see, for example, here, this is a much smaller 2x4 than what this is. I hope you can see the difference. So y'all stay with me here. We'll get them laid out. I'll kind of show you how I'm doing it. And it should be pretty simple, if everything goes to plan. So, we'll see what happens, guys. Alright guys, so what I've done is I went ahead and marked my first board at 2 3/4 inches shorter than 8 feet, because that plywood's 8 feet. This way I can mount the 2 sides onto the ends of this one. This I'm going to screw to the back wall. So once I mark it, a little trick, just use your speed square as a guide while you're cutting. So what I'll do is get my saw lined up where I want it, and then line up my square. And it'll give you a straight edge to cut by. There you go. It's actually the first time I ever used this quarter cable skill saw, or whatever, circular saw, whatever you want to call it. I know Skill's a brand, but anyways. So I'm going to do that again, and then I'll have my front and my back, and then all I got to do is cut 2 boards at 2 feet long, or actually 1 board twice, at 2 feet long. That'll be my sides. So let me do that, and we'll get to putting it up. Alright guys, so here's what's happening. First shelf is going to be 24 inches off the ground. That way I can put things under a shelf, and I'll have one 2 foot. My plan was I bought 3 10-foot 2x4s. And call me crazy, I guess, my fault, but I kind of trusted Lowe's, and I just grabbed them off the shelf and threw them in my little buggy or whatever. I noticed they were longer. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention. Turns out they were barely over 8.5 feet. I don't know if somebody cut them, returned them. I don't know if you can return wood at Lowe's or wherever, the big box store, you know. My fault, I guess I should have measured them when I was buying them. I don't know, but it wasn't right. So, with that being said, the top shelf is going to be 52 inches off the ground. I wanted 5 feet, that way I could have a shelf at 2 feet, and then 3 feet, and plenty of room for everything. But this should be okay anyways. So, what I'm going to do is go along from the floor, measure up 2 feet, mark it, draw my line, and then come up to 52 inches for the top and do the same thing. I did reviews on this knife if y'all are interested on my channel. EDC review, sharpening and things. Just a little heads up there. That should help. Alright guys, what I'm going to attempt to do now is hold this thing up here and get a screw in it. Of course I grab it right there over the stud. Got my lines drawn. I'm just going to get one in it. I screwed up and changed my plans a little bit on the ends. I'll show you here in a minute what I did wrong. That was not what I had in mind. I guess the rough sawn timber is hard. I'm sure it's been in here kiln drying. It's like a sauna. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm pouring sweat. The tin roof and no insulation, barely got any windows open or two open. I may have to pre-drill these things. That's gonna be a bear. So let's drop back and punt, guys. All right, guys, I got a board up. What I ended up having to do is pre-drill through the 2x4. It might be the hard one for some reason. I don't know. It's hard to get these big old screws through them, so I'm having to pre-drill them. Let me show you what that involves. All right, first thing you're gonna do, pick you out a drill bit that the diameter of the drill, the outside, the width, is about the same as the width of the screw. Not really the thread so much, but just the screw itself. And we're going to pre-drill our hole right through here. The depth on this isn't so important because I'm going super deep. Sometimes you just got to be careful how deep you pre-drill. Some people don't want to pre-drill the full length of their screw because they also want to bite the whole way in. For this, as you can see, my screws are a lot longer than the drill anyway. So I can go as deep as I want to. Now be careful because that drill bit is going to be hot. And we'll put our driver back on. See, the screw doesn't go into the hole without drilling it. That's what you want. That little side thing is handy. I really like it. You know, it is what it is. There you go. It's in there. So it goes a lot better than that first one did. It's still actually poking out over here. Sorry. So I've got that one pre-drilled. So I can just go ahead and drill it. Screw it. See, it's a bear to get them in. Now that I got this unsupported. Sorry for all that noise. Should be able to go right back in that same hole. And there you go. You can see maybe on the level here, we're good. The whole shed may not be that level. Focus, focus. Ah, that's weird. Focus. Anyways. The whole shed's probably not that level. So I'm going to continue on, put the one down on the floor, just like that. I will probably put 2 screws in right here. That way this board's supported. And then we'll be putting the ends on and stuff. Alright guys, good morning. What we've done so far today is we put this cross piece on here. And what we've done is screwed it in through the ends over here and on the other side. And I went ahead and pre-drilled the ends and put screws in them, so all I got to do is hold this cross piece up and screw it into it. It's not level right now, but when we put the braces up on the sides and the front, it'll level everything out. We can get it good and level there. I think some of the shelf is not running the same length to the floor because the shed's leaning a little bit. So you got to check that because I made marks from the floor up and they're off the marks a little bit, but they're level. So we wanted level. So yeah, that's what we've gotten done so far. We're gonna put this other top piece across, just like this one. and then we'll start putting the braces on, and we can put the plywood on. So y'all stay tuned, guys. All right, guys. So we've got it going pretty good so far. It's a little bit wobbly right this back and forth, but once we get the plywood on, then I'll take that out of it. We've got our side pieces on to hold it. It's good and solid. And we're gonna put another one on the front here, which will break up the two sides here, but the top will still be wide open. So now what we're gonna do is put the plywood on. Kind of the moment of truth kind of thing. So I'm gonna go grab that real quick. Guys, and we'll just square it up a little bit. And that's one shelf. So what I'm going to do is get the other one, put it on, and then we'll get some screws, some short screws, screw this thing all together. Alright guys, so we got the plywood on. Shelves are looking really good. I mean, they're going to be big. They take up a little space out, but I mean, we knew that was going to happen, but look at all the storage space we've added. So now all I'm going to do, I got the front flushed up a little bit. I got some shorter, just drywall screws, really all you need. And it's not going to take a whole lot to hold this down, because all the pressure is going to be down, so we're not trying to hold a whole lot. So first get the front straight in one of the corners, which I also did. And then we're going to square the end up. We'll have to push a little bit on that. For now, this corner is this way too much. So if I push on it, square it up, there you go. Put another one in there. That'll keep it a little more square. You gotta remember, this isn't a fine piece of furniture that's going into some fancy house. This is a shelf in the shed. But honestly, we haven't used a whole lot, but we might use a little more now, since we got these really good shelves in here. Yep. And also, plan to put another brace on the front to give it even more support. So when we finish putting the screws on tops of these things, and y'all stay tuned, and we'll see how it looks when we're done. Well, there you go, guys. We got this one done all the way. That's in, everything's level. Man, thing feels solid. Pretty sure I could get up on it. I mean, it doesn't shake at all. So that's that one. Leave a comment if you like what I did, if you think the design is good. It's like I said, to build two of these, I spent 120 bucks on material. It's 2x4s and a sheet of plywood. So now we're gonna go ahead and do this one over here. I'm going to duplicate the same thing I did on this one right over here. So let's see if we can get it done. Oh man, guys, here we go. We got it done. This is how the original plan was, with more space. I wanted a 3-foot gap here, 2 foot down here. You know, from there on up here, this is what I wanted to do the whole time. Like I said, I got some bad boards from Lowe's. I actually ended up having to go buy more. It would have worked out, but because a couple boards were short. But this is how I wanted it. I did want these on the side, but a couple little planning issues. I had to adjust some stuff. But I mean, they're solid. We can put all kinds of totes in these things now. I got more space than I know what to do with. You know, took up a little bit of floor space, but now it'll be up here. So guys, if you liked it, you know, please leave a like, share, subscribe. You know the routine. You know, I really appreciate it. I hope this helps. Hope it gives you some ideas, maybe to try something by yourself. You know, just do whatever you can do. You know, just make sure you got some good supports under it. You know, make sure you attach something solid so that it stays good and solid. And, you know, do whatever you gotta do. You know, there's no set way to do things. There's some, you know, you gotta have supports, but, you know, I just figured it up and did it. So, y'all can do it too, guys. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And you know the routine. And we'll see you next time.